Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Brooke, and today I wanted to talk about going to sea school while you were in the Navy Reserves. It is 100% possible to get an NEC while you're in the reserves. You just basically have to figure out how to do it. And I am not a command career counselor. I'm not a subject matter expert in terms of applying for these programs, but I was researching a little bit to do this video, and information is really hard to come across. So this is my attempt to help you along your journey. And if you are a command career counselor and you do have additional information, you should definitely hit me up. With that being said, if you are a NAT sailor given an NEC right away, chances are you are not going to be going to sea school right after A school, just like your active duty counterparts. You are going to go to A school, go back to your reserve center, and your unit is going to be sending you a little bit later. But for those of you that haven't been given an NEC in your initial contract, you still can apply for an NEC. A couple things that go into the NEC is going to be, does the Navy Reserves even need that NEC? Obviously, you are going to have a lot easier of a time getting funding for a critically undermanned NEC versus one that is overmanned. Most of the time, this funding is going to be some sort of ADT funding or ADOS funding, and you will have to request the sea school. Now, I recommend, depending on whatever rate you are, looking up and seeing what the Manning report is for your specific rate. I am a corpsman, so this is what I could find from the HM community current as of April of 2025, and I will link this in the description below. But if you are a different rate, you are going to want to look at some sort of Manning report or figure out which NECs they actually need. The funding for you to go to a sea school is going to have to be justified in one way or another. So if the NEC is undermanned, obviously there's going to be justification to send you, it's an undermanned NEC, so there you go. But in some other situations, you are going to need to be in that specific billet. I will give you my situation as an example. I am a quad zero corpsman. I do not hold an NEC, but I was in a specific billet that was apparently a surge tech billet. So according to my billet number, I was a surgical tech, but I am not a trained surgical tech. Now, I didn't realize this until after I went on a mobilization and I was billeted to be a surge tech, and I definitely wasn't. So in the case, if I would have caught that before and I wanted to be a surge tech, I could have requested to go to surge tech school, and it would have been justified because the billet that I am assigned to was a surge tech billet, and they probably would have sent me to sea school. But I did not realize it until it was too late. Luckily, there was another surge tech there, and we just switched spots. So it all worked out. Make sure when you are applying for a billet through My Navy Assignment, whenever you are up for your orders, to be paying attention to what the billet is for. That way, if you are interested in a specific NEC, you could place yourself in a billet that is that NEC and possibly get the sea school funding for that. Now, when I was a drilling reservist, there was also hot fill billets. I remember in the HM community, they would always be coming to us, who wants to go to sea school? Who wants to go to sea school? They were really pushing the sea school thing, and I was not interested back then. But from my understanding, there are specific reservist seats set aside in these sea school classes, and if no one is signing up for it, then they're really going to be pushing to recruit people to fill these positions. So they're not just out that money. And these short fused hot fill billets are going to be changing all of the time. So just be in the know about that. Talk to your chain of command, let your intentions be known, so that way they can offer you the position if they hear about it. If you want to know a little bit more about the sea school in particular, a good place to look is Navy Cool for general information about the sea schools. And Cantrack is the website that the Navy uses really for all of the education classes. And in this particular case, A schools and C schools, you just go in there and search the NEC that you're looking for, and that way you can look at the specific dates. Sometimes they have seats open on a monthly rotation. Sometimes they maybe have onesie twosies throughout the year. It's just going to depend. Before you go talk to the career counselor, you definitely want to make sure that you are in good standing. Did you pass your PRT? Is your security clearance still current and good? Things like that. Once you've talked to your chain of command, and if sea school seems like a good option for you, you can go talk to your career counselor and ask them about the specifics on the application so you can go ahead and get started on that. Just to bring everything back full circle, you're going to want to figure out which NECs you are interested in, see which NECs the Navy Reserves needs and will be willing to pay for, figure out what your billet is, talk to your chain of command to figure out that if this is a good option for you and if you are eligible. Check out the Cantrack website to see if there are specific dates for the sea schools that work for you. and go talk to your CCC and apply. If you have a personal story on how you applied and went to C school, I would love to hear it. And if you can share your story in the comments to help other people in their future endeavors, that would be great. Any other specific Navy Reserve questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below or reach out to me directly. I hope that this video was helpful, and thanks for watching.